What if I told you choosing colors for your artwork could actually really be easy? Stick with me. This is Miranda Patron, and today we're going to talk about choosing colors for your work. So, choosing a color palette is important. It affects the mood and the contrast and the harmony of your work, but it doesn't have to be rocket science, and it does not have to be anxiety driven, stressful, seeking out answers for the perfect palette. And it doesn't also have to be years and years at a school, where they want to talk about the history of color or color theory or the psychology of, of color. Those have their place, but we certainly don't need years of vocabulary about color theory and analogous or complementary colors to decide a palette to paint today for what we want to use for our work. So over the years, I feel like it's kind of been becoming an organic thing for me to choose colors. However, I still get stuck as well. So one of the ways I have tried to alleviate that is by curating a color palette Pinterest board, which you all have had access to. I constantly am adding certain color combinations and whatever I'm working on at the time to this board because it's just visually pleasing for me, and I like to go there for color inspiration. But you can see too, there are ones on here where it even gives you the contrast colors, a high and low for each of the colors, so the values are deeper and darker. All those will work with your ombres too, where you start off dark and go to light, or light to dark, but you're using the same colors. There's also ones where, you come on here and if you click on one, you can open it up and it will give you more similar to that. So there is a plethora of things on Pinterest here to go through. This is just color palettes, yay. That's what I titled it years ago, and I never changed it. So I have those pinned on my Pinterest, and I would encourage you to save ideas like that for yourself as well, because it's very helpful. So if you go into your search area on your Pinterest, you can just type in color palettes, and then it will bring up a bunch of color palettes, and then it gives you separated tabs for individual themes for color palettes. If you want a Christmas one, if you want green palettes, if you want blue palettes, dark palettes, light palettes, contrasting ones. I can put in Christmas and get Christmas palettes, and there's just a ton. It's almost endless on here. And you can go through and look at ones that you might like to use. Another way I like to choose is by looking at photos that I've taken over the years, or as I go through life, I pull the colors out and just extract the paint colors that I want to use. So like this is my sand and sea, where it came from a photo I took of our beach. And this one too. Or like the greens in this and the coppers came from my mom's property. There was a nice field, or this stone was the pier with icicles on it. Another way is out of necessity. So this was a contest that Liquitex did, and I wanted to incorporate that they have such a variety of colors to celebrate their anniversary. So I used the entire rainbow for this one. Or this is an orange slice, so in reality it would be an orange with segments, and that I wanted to use rose gold in it, and this just seemed appropriate for this one. The next one was our little pet Rosemary, and she was my daughter's adorable little hedgehog that we had for a while, so that was the inspiration for the colors on the hedgehog stone. So just your guide is the realistic colors from life for things like animals or sports teams or sea life or other animals. It helps you choose just by grasping it from the beauty of nature that we already have available to us. And sometimes you can come up with some amazing palettes just from that. This next one, I actually put a survey out to my social media and asked for help and did votes on a survey to ask which metallic I should use for the accent on this one, which was very engaging and very helpful. So enrolling others to kind of see what they thought. So those were some of how I organically choose. But now we live in the day of technology. And technology has free things like AI. So ChatGPT, for example, you can put an image on there and ask GPT, you can see I'm not well versed in this, to use and create rather. So this is an image that I took, my photo, and I asked it just to create a color palette for this reference image. And then down below, it put together all the lovely colors that it found in this picture. And you can use those to paint. I am sure it would be the same with Gemini or Grok or any of the other AIs. If you just give it a reference image and tell it to pick color palettes for you, it would do it in seconds. You have this at your fingertips. No color theory, no history, no arduous work. Just ask and you get it very quickly. There are also apps available like Canva, where you can go to Canva, go to the color palette generator, upload an image, and Canva will extract colors for you from that image. So I'll just go into my files here, and maybe not in any of these. Let's go grab a photo that I took recently out in the marsh on my family property. I upload that image, and here's the palette I get for that photo. All right, let's see what it does with another image. Let's just go grab something that I've already painted and see what it does with this. See, it didn't even grab any of the pinks or coral or yellow, so it's not foolproof using AI or Canva or any of these, but at least it gives you an idea of some of the colors to make a palette. And then it has other options. If you scroll down, it'll give you other resources to find through here to create other palettes if you want, or explore their color combinations. So you have a plethora of options on this app to go through and check out. If you just look up palette generator free online, you'll get a bunch of them listed. This is another one, Adobe. And then in the center, you'll see extract themes and gradients. It's just giving it a picture like the other one. You select a file from your stock of photos that you've saved on your computer and just grab it and then open it in the Adobe, and it extracts colors from that photo that you can choose to paint with. You can do different tones. It has bright and dark, muted. There's all sorts of options that you can toggle where it will choose other things out of the photo for you depending on the theme or mood that you want for your paint. So here were a few that I did in just about 10 minutes. I just grabbed some as I worked on here, and it generated multiple palettes for me that I can use to grab colors from photos that I enjoy and then use them to pick out paint colors that I want to work with for the day. Something else I find helpful is going over past palettes that I've used. So I'll make little collections where I gather up photos of, like, these ones have a lot of yellow or golds, or these ones have peach and orange, and I'll look through just to kind of see what kind of palette I feel like I'm in the mood for, and then extract colors from that as well. So making little collections of things that I've already made in the past and getting inspiration from there on pieces that I found really enjoyable creating. I think a lot of it has to do with the color. I just enjoyed the colors so much. I really wanted to make those pieces pop or work or use metallics with it. So whatever the case was with each, there was kind of a feeling that came with it. I don't know really how to explain it, but I feel like colors sort of evoke feelings for people. So gathering up ones that I enjoyed and then going through and just kind of picking and choosing colors from there, I've always found very helpful as well. This was a purple mixture here. One thing I will say though, I feel like you can get chaotic with colors, and if you use too many varied colors, sometimes it can get chaotic and just feel noisy, if that makes sense. However, the one exception I feel this rule has is rainbows. Rainbows, you can use the full rainbow constantly, and I feel like you almost can never go wrong using the full rainbow of colors, whether it's pastel rainbow or bright rainbow, dark, muted, whatever. It just doesn't ever seem to be a problem if you use the full array of colors for a rainbow, which I think is actually quite beautiful. So I hope you all found this video helpful. I wish I had a more concrete way, but I feel like these were a lot of examples of things that you could use, even up to tech these days with apps that will help you make your own palettes and your own collection. Feel free to follow my Pinterest page if you want. I'm always posting new ideas on there, just because I like to look at colors, so there'll be new stuff on there as well. I hope this was helpful for y'all to kind of help you pick colors easily and go through making palettes for yourself. Feel free to drop in the comments ideas that you use to pick out color palettes. I'd love, love, love to hear them and share them with our community here. All right, that concludes this video. Congratulations. Go pick some colors, and I wish you all happy painting.